marching for a no vote. Activists on a 30-hour walk to Taiwan's capital, calling on the public not to activate a controversial nuclear power plant. Their campaign started in Gongliao on the northeastern coast, the site of the island's fourth nuclear power plant, the focus of a divisive referendum. The divisions largely fall along party lines. The ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, is anti-nuclear.
如果我们不敢站出来，让公投结果拖累了国家的进步，让台湾在陷进合适的泥沼里面。
Nuclear energy is controversial in Taiwan because of a lack of long-term nuclear waste storage facilities and fears of an earthquake-triggered disaster, like in Japan in 2011. The opposition Kuomintang, or KMT, has urged people to vote yes to number 4. They say it would be a safe way of generating electricity. The fourth plant has been a contentious issue for years. In 2014, the KMT, which was in power, stopped its construction in the face of massive protests over perceived safety risks following Fukushima. In 2016, the DPP came to power, intent on phasing out nuclear power by 2025. 2 years later, voters in another referendum unexpectedly rejected that policy goal of a nuclear-free Taiwan. The fate of the fourth nuclear power plant is an especially heated issue in Gongliao, where it's located. Wu Wentong runs an electrical shop full of refrigerators, fans, and anti-nuclear posters. He's campaigned against the plant since its construction was first proposed more than 30 years ago. He shows me albums with photos of community meetings dating back to the 1980s.
后来的慢慢了解到不是只有经济的影响，反而对你的生活、对你的生命，甚至于对你的后代子孙都有长远性的影响。
He's compiled his own research on the impact an operating nuclear plant could have in this area.
然后现在闪那个就是1号机跟2号机。
Saturday's referendum is the first countrywide vote on activating the Longmen nuclear power plant.
其实大家一直认为公投是最公平的一个公共议题的决定，但其实对贡寮人来讲是不是的，因为它是一种在多数人的强迫之下，去给少数人居住的地方做一个不公不义的一个决定。
Opposition voices against the plant ring loud in this fishing town, with some residents even calling for divine intervention. But with the island's 3 other nuclear plants already being decommissioned or due to go offline by 2025, there is a bigger issue looming: Taiwan's future power supply. It's a point highlighted by energy expert Hal Falls, who used to train and supervise nuclear plant operations at another plant in Taiwan.
If our friends, across the ocean over there from mainland decided to do a blockade, it would only take like 3 or 4 days of them blockading Taiwan before Taiwan starts running out of electrical energy, where in the nuclear industry, you could store 5 years worth of fuel in each one of the reactor pools and at least have that amount of energy available to Taiwan.
The nation imports 98% of its energy. Currently, most of its power is supplied by fossil fuels, including 30% from the burning of coal, a key contributor to air pollution and climate change. Renewables like wind and solar power have grown fast, but still account for less than 1%. Nuclear energy makes up about 7%. Wang Bohui, the former general manager of the fourth plant, dismisses the concerns over activating the facility. He says he has full confidence in its design and safety. He believes it could play an important role in Taiwan's development and says its 2 units alone could supply as much as 10% of Taiwan's power.
台湾你要发展半导体，半导体是一个吃电的怪兽。那你假如说用这些电，完全用政府现在讲的，完全用再生能源 ，green， that's impossible. Because the green is based on the weather, okay? The weather in the daytime they have, but in the nighttime no.
But residents in the shadow of the plant aren't convinced that it's a strong enough argument to activate it.
30几年，我们刚开始知道在贡寮兴建核四的时候，那个时候的政府，那个时候的台电就讲说台湾会缺电，但是核四已经盖了差不多30年了，到现在台湾还没有缺电。
Whether the referendum opens the door to the plant going online or not, both sides agree on one thing: the decision will have repercussions for future generations. Alex Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.